They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. The Pirates will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UNLV's offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and you can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
The Pirates offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Pirates with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking to buy time. Finds a crease at the 20. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Inside the 50. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Caught over the middle. It's Hampton. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Hands it off. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Thrust that arm out. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's McFadden. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Pirates, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Looking for the goal line. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up 14 over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football match.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Rebels will punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Williams. After the filthy move, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So
It's a running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, ECU.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jet. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wide open downfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Caught behind the line. It's Hampton. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. The Pirates really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there. And his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Rebels offense is back on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to... And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Bringing the heat. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Pirates can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play action fake. Dumps it off in the flats. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. The Pirates will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback up. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Hard running there. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Pirates will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Makes the grab. It's Makuba. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Makuba. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick tempo here for the offense.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to tug, hold the football, and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over UConn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle. It's Hampton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Makes a man miss. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're going to ride this running back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it on the left. Nice move. Creates some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Pirates are in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Handoff to the single back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Pirates trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
To the ground with the back. Creates a little room. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And back to the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's the handoff. Oh, what a move.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Direct snap. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Can't get him to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now on 1st down from the 30. Right back to the well. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Leaves it with the back.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Pirates line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Grabbed over the middle. It's Makuba. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Complete to start this drive. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Makes the quick grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's McFadden. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Pirates lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. UNLV. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll heave it deep. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for a big play. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give as they work on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the lone running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. The Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off the play fake. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he got a hand on it and knocked it away. Incomplete, and the game is over. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because